Hi, I'm Kate. I work at a secondary school with students the age of 11 to 16. I work as part of the pastoral team to help students with their behaviour and any issues they have in school. When it comes to actually dealing with the bully, it's quite difficult because they don't actually realise themselves that they are making someone's life a misery most of the time. So we have to sit them down and explain to them, you know, how they're making that other person feel and would they like to be made to be felt like that. If we then try and negotiate between the two and see if we can get them in the same room for the bully to apologise to the other student and to try and iron out any other issues, because normally there is sides from both sides of why the other person's being mean. So it's just making sure that everybody is understanding. If for some reason it continues, then that's when it gets taken up to leadership and to a higher level where they can get disciplined by putting in isolation. Cyberbullying is a large part of our pastoral support as well. It generally happens outside of school in an evening when they get group chatting, and then one person becomes the target of everybody's group chats, and everybody gets really brave when they're sat at home and not in front of the next person that they're saying really mean things about. It does generally come into school the next day as the person is quite upset that's been bullied. What we advise them to do is to remove themselves from the group chats, block the people that are being horrible to them, that aren't really their friends, and if anything else happens throughout the day in school, we confiscate telephones off people so they can't continue to do it. And we will speak to them quite sternly, but it's quite hard for us to start getting involved in people's lives out of school. How to handle bullies and deal with if you've been bullied. We try and build up a resilience for them to enable them to cope with life, because unfortunately we can't stop children saying things that come out of their mouths, unkind and horrid things. So it's just helping them to build up a resilience and to come and speak to somebody about it and talk to us about it. We can then speak to them again and again until they understand that this shouldn't be happening, and then we can also let parents know as well that it's still continuing. Students that have been bullied usually lose their self-confidence and their self-worth a bit, and we try and help them and find a nice friend who they get on with, to pair up with, to spend some time in a nice, if they like drawing and in the art room, go in there and spend some time there of doing things that they really like, to try and build up and feeling better about themselves. Rise up and say no to bullying.